International Yoga Day. I hope you've been well over the last couple of weeks. I missed you all last week. Come to your mat, find yourself in a nice comfortable seat. You can prop yourself up with a cushion, or you can, if you have some blocks, if you feel it's comfier for your knees and to help your spine elevate a bit more, you can sit yourself on a brick in between the legs. This often helps take the pressure off the ankles and the tops of the feet. So you can stack yourself up with as much stuff as you can, as you need to, as you want, or if you're comfortable in a cross-legged position. Just basically find yourself in a position that feels comfortable on your mat, where you can sit tall, raising the heart, dropping the shoulders, and then just find yourself wriggling into the spine, into the neck. Just take a moment to get into the body. You might find a few clicks and cracks and bits that need ironing out. But just take a moment to arrive. And then take a deep breath in. And a big then shake it out. And arriving on your mat, finding your position that works for you. And then just closing off your eyes. Taking a moment to center down onto your mat, into the space, into your body, and just breathing out any busy thoughts that you might have going on from your morning, from your weekend, from anything that just will not serve you right now. And then just center your mind into the focal point of the space in between the eyebrow. And then just sealing off the lips, begin to breathe in and out through the nose, gently dropping the shoulders down the back, drawing the sides of the body away from the midline so you find a little bit more length in the spine. Starting to deepen your breath. Keep it nice and smooth, no short, sharp, attacking breaths here. Just keep it long and natural. And then just take a moment to think about why we're practicing today. Is it something that you need to shake off? Is it something that your body craves? Are you here to just create a little bit more space for love and compassion in your own heart for yourself, and therefore for others? And then just take a moment to think about what yoga means to you and how you can use it to help serve others. With this particular class, we're here to maybe raise a little bit of money for a really good cause, something that's globally quite prevalent right now. Just begin to harness your love and compassion and send that good energy out as a bhakti yoga, a yoga of dedication to something else, someone else. Just begin to center the breath, center those thoughts. Come to a little bit of love in your heart space. Maybe you want to place your hands over the heart center, maybe hands in prayer if it's right for you, and just stay within. Stay connected to that warmth in the heart center. And then just gently bring yourself to some gentle intention for the practice. Taking a few more steady breaths. Maybe bringing the prayer to the third eye. Taking a moment to really focus your intention. And bowing your head down towards the mat. Just to offer up your yogic service. And gently opening up through the eyes. Taking another just wriggle through the torso, through the shoulders, maybe reaching the arms ahead, stretching into the side body. Bringing the arms forward, stretching into the back body. And then interlacing the fingers and just really opening up through the chest, drawing the palms behind the head as much as you can, drawing the belly in, Just shifting from side to side. And then releasing the arms down, taking whatever you had underneath your seat away from you. And just coming back to your first downward facing dog. Coming here and just working the legs, pedaling out the feet, opening up into the side body, maybe just taking the gaze from side to side. Really taking any bending and moving and stretching and rippling that your body needs to wake itself up for this practice. You can raise onto the right fingertips and then the left fingertips, just taking any free-flowing movements, maybe rippling forward into a high plank, and bending the knees, switching from side to side, maybe taking the legs up, bending and rippling. This is your chance to work through your spine, your shoulders, your wrists, your head and neck. Really breathe this movement into the body so that it's not just happening, it's really being driven from somewhere, from the breath, from the prana, from this life force that fuels the practice. Keep breathing the intention into the body, creating space. And then come to some stillness. Raise high onto the tiptoes and really stick the bum into the air. Long through the arms and ground down through the palms, releasing the wrists from any pressure. And then exhale, bend the left knee, send the right heel down towards the mat. Keeping the arms nice and straight, relaxing the head. Coming high onto the tiptoes and then sending the left heel down into the mat. Really stretching through the left leg and drawing the navel to spine so you're not collapsing. High on both tiptoes and then reaching both heels down. It doesn't matter if the heels don't reach the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then taking an inhale and rippling forward into a high plank position. Really pressing the ground away so you're separating the shoulder blades here, sucking up through the navel and really drawing the tailbone under so you've got a nice long spine. Taking a few rocks back and forth here. Keeping the back of the neck long so it's a continuation of the spine. And try not to collapse down into the shoulders. You really want to dome that upper back. Just shifting the weight back and forward. Really beginning to warm up the entire body here. And then you've got an option to drop the knees down here, untuck the toes. Shift the body weight as far forward over the wrists as you possibly can. And then just shift the weight from side to side. Pressing the ground away, really grabbing the fingertips into the mat. And then just shifting back, sending your fingertips out to the side, and then shifting your body weight forward. And then just opening up through the front of the wrists as you just press the ground away again. Try not to collapse in the upper back. Belly drawing in. Lovely, then flick the fingers back the front way. The knees are dropped here. And then you bend the elbows just a halfway. So you come into a half chaturanga here. Squeezing the elbows in towards the side body. Curling the tailbone under. Drawing the belly in. And then inhale, press back up into a knees down, press up. Really lengthen through the top of the spine. One more time. Exhale, bend the elbows into a half press up, squeezing the glutes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so the shoulder heads don't roll forward. And then inhale, press back up. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. The arms should be a little bit burning here. Send the toes out a little bit wider and press the tops of the feet down into the mat as you press the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, peel the chest, baby cobra. Aim the elbows together behind the back, expand through the front of the chest. Keep the chin drawing in so the neck is long. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, peel everything up using the power of the glutes, suck the belly in. Hardly any weight into the hands here, so you might be able to hover them off the mat. One more deep breath in. Exhale, press the weight through the hands, sit the heels back to a downward facing dog. Take a little stretch through the shoulders, relax the head down. Deep breath in, breathe into the back body, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Just take a few breaths here, relax the head. Gaze is in between the thighs or to the navel. Find your ujjayi, your oceanic breath, keeping control of this prana in and out through the nose. On the next exhale, look forward, bend the knees. At the end of the exhale, step the right foot in between the hands and the left foot. Inhale to lengthen with the same breath. And then exhale to fold yourself down over the legs. pedaling out the feet here. You can bend them as much as you need to completely release the chin towards the shin. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, draw the shoulders back. And then exhale, refold. Lovely. Inhale, ripple yourself all the way up through the legs, through the spine. And then reaching the arms up overhead, grow tall. Gaze to the thumbs as you curl the tailbone under. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center, draw up the shoulders. Find yourself in Tadasana Samastitihi. Find your grounding, your engagement, and come back to the breath, come back to the intention, and draw up through the bandhas, your pelvic floor and your belly button drawing in and up. And then taking the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, draw the palms together, and then find this action of ripping the fingertips apart, but not actually, just energetically. Inhale to draw the fists up and behind you, so you try and bring your arms parallel with the mat. Try not to lean forward, but lift the chest up, squeeze the inner thighs together, draw the chin under, and really draw in the lower ribs. Take a nice deep breath in here, step the feet hip width distance. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, folding over the legs. You can bend the knees as much as you need to, and then just taking the fists as far over towards the ground in front of you as you can, and folding yourself down, using the exhale to suck the navel in to create more space, and really squeeze the shoulders away from the ears. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, ripple up through the body, reaching the arms up overhead, grow tall. Exhale, float all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, weight in the hands, stepping the right leg back and the left leg back, coming into your high plank position. You can drop the knees here, or you shift the body weight forward, elbows lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, press back up to high plank. Again, you can drop the knees, or you can exhale chaturanga, squeeze the elbows in, gaze is forward. Inhale, push up to high plank. One more time, exhale, lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, press up to your baby cobra or upward facing dog. Drag the heart through, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing. Find your breath. Deep breath in through the nose, tuck the chin to the chest, relax the back of the neck. Exhaling. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling, pressing through the hands, really reach the hands away from the rest of the body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, roll over the toes, bend the knees. At the end of the exhale, step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen forward, bring the body weight forward. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, ripple up through the body, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, floating all the way down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Again, shift the heart forward. Exhale, weight in the hands. You can step or float back to your high or low plank. Lower down knees, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale to a back bend. Squeeze the glutes together, send the heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, ripple yourself forward into a plank position. Again, you can drop the knees here if the weight is too much on the wrist. Step the feet a little bit wider than usual. And then curl the tailbone under. Keep the hips nice and steady and send the right hand over towards the left shoulder. And then release it down. And then the left hand to the right shoulder. And then release it down. Right hand to left. Release it down. Left hand to right shoulder. Release it down. Drop the knees, shift the weight forward, lower down chaturanga or knees chest. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Lengthen the tailbone up towards the sky. You can keep the knees bent if it's too much of a strain on the hamstrings. You don't want to overwork the hamstrings too much. On the next exhale, look forward, bend the knees. Inhale, look forward, end of the exhale, step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen forward, shift the heart forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, elevate the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, find length through the spine, heart forward. Exhale, weight in the hands, shifting back to your high or low plank. Lower down knees, chest or chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly raise the right leg up towards the sky. Come high on the ball of the left foot. And exhale, draw the right knee towards the right elbow. Exhale, lower it down towards the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale, wrist. Inhale, lift it all the way back up. Exhale, step it in between the hands, lower down that back knee. Inhale, raise up, Anjaneyasana, heart forward, squeeze the glutes, fingertips back. Exhale, frame the foot with the hands, step back through high plank. Lower down through knees, chest, or your chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath, find the pose, don't rush anything. On the next inhale, raise the left leg up towards the sky, point the toes, squaring off the hips and the chest, try not to open everything out. Raise onto the ball of the left foot, of the right foot, and then exhale, draw the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, raise it down to lower it down towards the wrist, draw the navel in, up to the elbow, lower to the wrist. Inhale, raise it back up. Exhale, step it in between the hands, lower down that right knee. Inhale, reaching all the way forward, and then sending the chest up towards the sky as you curl the arms back. Exhale, frame the foot with the hand, step back through high plank. Shifting the body weight forward, lower down knee to chest or chaturanga. Elbows in, squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale to your back bend, strong thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. One matter breath. Week of teaching power, and this is what happens. Find your breath. Lovely. Next exhale, look forward. Bend the knees, end of the breath, step to the top of the mat or float. Inhale to find left, shifting the weight forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, elevate Utkatasana, chair pose, weight in the heels, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, folding over the legs, release. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen forward. Exhale, weight in the hands. Here we're just going to shift the weight into the heels, stretching out through the arms. And then exhale, coming high onto the tiptoes, putting the weight in towards the palms, really drag the toes in. Leaning back onto the heels, stretch through the backs of the arms. And then coming forward, raise high onto the tiptoes as high as you can. Weight is in the wrists. One more time, leaning back into the heels. And then you can shift your hands forward a little bit more if it's easier. Really pressing the ground away, strong through the side of the body, strong through the shoulders. And then exhale back onto the heels. Step or float back to your chaturanga. Lower down through knees, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale, broaden through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath, find your pose. Lovely. Inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. Point the toes. Exhale, via knee to chest, step it in between the hands. Raise up into your warrior one position as you ground down that back heel. Exhale, lower the hands down and raise this left leg up towards the sky, standing splits. Inhale, place the hands further forward as you square off the hips, lift the heart. And then exhale, so I'm going to jump into my thing. You can take a few bunny hops here, lifting to a handstand, or maybe just shifting the weight into the hands. And then exhale, step or float it back to your chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment, find the pose. Don't just fling yourself back. Find your alignment, your engagement, your bandhas. Next, inhale, raise the left leg up towards the sky, point the toes. Exhale, via knee to chest, shift the weight forward, ground down that right heel, raise up into your warrior one, reach up, square the hips, and then exhale, lower the hands down, raising that right leg up to your standing splits. You can release the head down, or you can bring your hands to bricks. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. You can shift the weight, you can bring the heart forward as you shift the weight into the hands, and then maybe you're taking, again, I'm too close to my thing, taking a few little, keeping your legs nice and straight, and trying to bring your weight over the shoulders. Try not to fall into anything. And then exhale, sending the legs back via chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Lovely. If you need to take child's pose at any point through this practice, please feel free. Do not punish yourself. Yoga is about nourishing the body with this breath. So if you're finding yourself moving without breathing, just take a little moment, come back to your intention, focus on the breath. Do not compete with yourself. Love yourself. Lovely. Next, exhale, look forward, bend the knees. Inhale, lightly step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale to find length through the spine. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, step the feet together, bend the knees, raise up to Utkatasana. Holding it here. Weight is in the heels. Maybe you're able to lift the toes off the mat because you're sitting yourself back far enough. Elevate the arms by the ears. Draw the little fingers in towards each other so you're externally rotating the shoulders and drawing the navel in towards the spine. Just take the eyes up towards the fingers. You don't need to crane your whole head back. Take another deep breath in, maybe sit yourself a little bit deeper. And then exhale, lower the hands down towards the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Shuffling your toes back a little bit further, splitting the knees, making your elbows come in towards each other so you come into chaturanga arms, or maybe you're just lowering yourself down into balasana here for a little bit of a hip stretch. Otherwise, you're coming to your bakasana crow and drawing the body weight so far forward. If you need to bring a brick here, you can place your forehead onto a brick to give yourself, to take away that fear if you're working on the balance. Having a little play wherever you are. If you have one-legged crow, please feel free to play around. If you want to take it up to a tripod, please feel free. Otherwise, it's drawing the elbows in towards each other, shifting the body weight forward and squeezing in the core, rounding the top of the spine and shifting your gaze forward and really dragging the fingertips in towards the mat. On the next exhale, you can step, float or hop back to your chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog, open through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh la la. Get your breath back into its natural Ujjayi rhythm. Lovely. If you've come down to child's pose, raise yourself back up to a downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky, point the toes. Exhale, via knee to chest, step it in between the hands. Ground down that left foot into a warrior two position, and inhale, circle the arms all the way up and round. You can adjust your stance, making sure the heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Adjust your hips so you're opening them out to the side and curling the tailbone under, lunging into that right knee. Sending that right knee out towards the right by squeezing on the right glute. And then bringing your arms in parallel, pressing down through the feet, lifting energy up through the inner arches and through the pelvic floor. Take a nice deep breath in here. Where's your intention? Where is your self-compassion? Inhale, flip the palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior, sliding that left hand down the back leg, either reaching directly up or taking it back, as long as you're not collapsing through the side body, collapsing through that right arm. One more deep breath in, keep the right lunge in the right knee. And then exhale, float it all the way forward, straighten that right leg. You can shuffle this left foot back in. You can bring a brick to the inside of the right foot. Reach the right arm directly out in front of you and then lower it down to the inside of the right leg. Reaching this left arm directly up towards the sky, expand through the chest. Draw this left hip back into the space as you roll your heart space behind you. Lengthen through the side body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, circle this left arm all the way down and forward, and then exhale, wrap it behind the back. Either you press the left hand into the back of the right glute, or you wrap it around the front inner thigh. Inhale, rotate that left shoulder behind you, and then exhale, look down towards that right foot. On the next breath in, shift your weight forward, placing your hand maybe onto a brick, maybe onto the floor in front of you, a bit towards the right, as you raise this left leg up towards the sky and squeeze the left glute to elevate it. Roll that left shoulder up, and maybe you extend this left arm up towards the sky. Maybe you bend that left foot, that left knee, and reach for the foot and take a little back bend in your Chakasana. Taking your gaze to wherever your balance is, but maybe can't speak, lengthening it up towards the ceiling. Take one more deep breath in wherever you are. Doesn't matter if you wobble and fall. And then exhale, release the foot. If it's in Shavasana, extend that leg down. Release the left hand down towards the mat and square off the hips. Shuffle yourself to wherever you need to be. And then keeping the left hand on a brick or onto the mat, square off the hips and take the right hand to the sacrum of the spine. Energize through that left heel. Take a nice deep breath in to lengthen through the crown of the head. And then exhale, take your gaze up past the right shoulder. Maybe extending that right arm out. Using the breath to suck up through your Uddiyana Bandha. Lengthen through that back leg. Kick energy out the heel. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, maybe take the gaze up towards the sky. One more deep breath in and then exhale. Lower the hands down towards the mat. If you want to take a few hops to handstand, please feel free. Otherwise, step back through your high plank. Lower down through knees, chest or chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog or little child's pose. Lovely, have a little breather. Keep Ujjayi. Try not to let any air, any prana escape out the mouth. Keep it in through the nose. Keeping your intention, keeping your dedication within. Lovely. If you're in child's pose, coming back to your downward facing dog. Making sure that the fingers are facing forward. Exhale, lower the elbows so that you're in dolphin arms. If you need to bring your hands into a brick, place your fingers around the brick like that. It's absolutely fine. Then walk the fingers up towards the body, coming high onto the tiptoes and really pressing down through the forearms. Keeping your gaze towards the thumbs. Inhale, maybe raise the right leg up towards the sky. This might be enough. Maybe you're just taking dolphin dips. Otherwise, if you have a safe pincher, gently pressing the legs up towards the sky. I'm not going to do it just in case I fall into my TV on International Yoga Day and it's really embarrassing for me. But gently, keeping the breath, keeping the strength in the shoulders, not sinking down. Take one more deep breath in, and then wherever you are, exhale, lower yourself down into a child's pose or straight to your downward facing dog. Pincher takes ages. I've only just about managed the balance, just about. It's taken me about 2 years. So have patience with your body, have patience with the strength. Sometimes I do still fall into the TV. Just be careful of your shoulders. Lovely. If you're not in child's pose, if you're not in down dog, gently raise yourself up to downward facing dog. Find your breath, find your bandhas. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky, point the toes. Exhale, Vainita, just stick it in between the hands. Ground down that back heel to a warrior 2 stance and circle yourself all the way up and round, adjusting your stance as much as you need to. Curling the tailbone under, sinking the weight down into that left knee, trying to find length through the torso and the spine and avoiding leaning forward or leaning back. Stay as upright as possible so you can place even weight down through both feet and lift even energy up through the legs, up through your heart space, raising that Shakti energy. Flipping the palm, reaching forward, and exhale, have a little reverse, really opening up, enjoying that stretch. If it becomes too much, then just bring yourself out, or if you want to deepen it, wrapping that right hand around that left thigh. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, coming forward, straighten that left leg, shoot that left hip socket back in as you reach forward. Maybe you reach for a brick in the inside of the foot. And then rotating the right arm up towards the sky. Really plugging that left hip in to shoot the hips back so that you can energize through the crown of the head and have lovely long length through that right side of the body. And you're not rolling forward. Send the heart space back. Take a deep breath in and circle the arm all the way around in front of you, and then exhale, wrapping it behind. Maybe you take it to the inside of the left calf. Maybe you plug that back of the palm into the left glute. One more deep breath in, rotate that right shoulder back, and then exhale, look forward. Begin to shift your weight, maybe taking your hand to a brick, a little bit out towards the left, And keeping your gaze down, raise that right leg up towards the sky by using that right glute muscle. And then take a breath in, find your balance, and then slowly begin to shift your gaze maybe out to the side as you wrap that right shoulder back. Keep the glutes squeezing on. Keep that right heel plugging away. And then maybe you start to take your gaze directly up towards the sky. Wherever you are, take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly place the right hand down, squaring the hips off so you're sending that right leg directly out in front of you. If you need your brick now, taking the brick into the right hand, taking the left hand onto the sacrum, and find length through the spine, sucking up through the navel. Take a nice deep breath in, find length, and then exhale, begin to shift your gaze up past the left shoulder. Doesn't matter wherever you are, as long as you can feel sensation in that left glute, in that right glute to keep that back leg raised. Start to shift that left shoulder up towards the sky as you keep that right leg raising up. One more deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly releasing your hands down to the mat. If you want to take a few hops to handstand, feel free, otherwise stepping yourself back through your high plank. Lowering down through a vinyasa, or just straight to your downward facing dog. Lovely. And then lowering your forearms down at the same time. Really spreading the fingers wide here so that you've got a good firm base. Otherwise, if you know that you have a better balance with your fists interlacing your fingers and you can press that down and it means you've got a nice solid base through your shoulders, please feel free to play around with your grip. If you need to come to a wall, please feel free if you need the balance or if you have someone to spot you. Otherwise, we're just working on grounding down through the forearms. Maybe you're just taking nose to thumbs, keeping the belly drawing in, taking these dips, or you're lifting up to your pincher. Try to, if you're working on your balance in pincher, come up split legs and then bring the legs together. I'm still working on perfecting teaching pincher and doing pincher, so we'll all grow together. Having a play wherever you are, or just coming back to your child's pose, or coming straight back to down dog. Lovely. Where is your mind? Where is your breath? Where is your kindness? And I mean to yourself. Pincher does not a good person make. Lovely. On the next exhale, look forward, bend the knees. Inhale, step the right foot to the back of the left wrist and the left foot to the back of the right wrist. And then bend the knees out to the side and really energetically squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach your arms out in front of you and sit the weight back, drawing the belly button in and using your glutes, using your core to balance yourself here. Take a deep breath in, pressing down through the blades of the foot, and then using your balance and your core, lower yourself down onto your bottom or using your hands to get yourself down however you need to. Woo, got itchy nose. Lovely, extending the legs out long. Pressing down through the backs of the legs, curling the feet in towards you, and really finding that tilt of the pelvis so that you're not rounding through the spine. Lovely. If you need to sit on anything to give yourself a little bit of elevation, please do so. Lovely. Inhale. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Energize yourself. Take a little shift. Opening up through the body, having a little wriggle. And then on the next exhale, float the arms down either side of the body, of the legs, and really using your fingertips to drag the hands back and send the chest through the shoulders so that you're not rounding to reach the toes. You're really encouraging this length through the legs and this heart forward and the shoulders back, as if I'm behind you and I'm dragging your shoulders back, but there's someone in front of you dragging your heart forward. It helps to suck in the belly to create space for this forward fold. So inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, drag your heart forward. Inhale, lengthen, keep the gaze towards the toes. Exhale. If you know you get your chin to the, your chest to the thighs, you can release yourself down into your Paschimottanasana at whatever stage. But you just avoid this rounding, this obsession with reaching the toes. If you're here, you're here. Lovely. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly roll yourself up to seated. Draw the right knee in towards the chest and then dial it out to the side. Lovely. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and the left hand behind the body, just taking a gentle twist to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take a twist. And then gently coming back through center. Take the left foot into the elbow and just take a little rock the baby vibe. So you want the action to be coming from the hip, not so much from the arms. Lovely. Once you've really manipulated that hip, taking that right leg on top of the right elbow, taking the hands either side of this left leg, pointing the toes, and then inhale, lifting yourself up. If that elbow doesn't come off around that shoulder, you can work on this with hands either side of the leg and just lift the bum up, pointing the toes and really drag the bottom behind the arms. If you need to bring your hands onto bricks, this can help. Hands onto the bricks, giving yourself a lot more height here. Really point the toes, squeeze that left hip in towards the socket, and then lower yourself down. Releasing that leg wherever it is, wiggle out to the side. And then drawing this left knee in towards the chest, dialing it out to the side. If you need to place a brick underneath, that's absolutely fine. Left hand to the outside of the right calf, wrapping this right arm wherever it is. You can grab onto your t-shirt or the leggings, and then inhale, lengthen, exhale. Just take a nice twist as you gaze round that right shoulder. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly bringing yourself back to center. And then again, hooking this left knee into the crook of the right elbow and just giving it a little hug. Just rocking it. Again, try not to roll back, but lift the hips up towards the sky. So you really want the seat bones to ground into the mat here. Breathing deep. Lovely. And then hooking that left elbow, left shin around that left elbow. If you need to come onto your bricks, please do, but otherwise shifting the weight into the hands, pointing forward, lengthen through the arms, and breathe, pressing down, rounding the top of the shoulders. If you know you have Ashtrakravasana, you can hook yourself round to your 8-angle side bound pose. And if you want to take yourself all the way through to Kundalini, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, you're doing it bum lifting, having a little play, and then gently come back through to center. Slowly reaching your arms forward, rounding yourself down onto your backs, coming to lie fully there, drawing the soles of the feet up towards the bottom, arms either side of the body, hook your shoulder blades under so you've got a nice flat back, length through the neck. And then if you know you're feeling super warm and you've got it, you can go straight to your wheel pose. Otherwise, just having a few rolls of the spine up and down through your bridge. When you get to the top, squeezing the bum, and then exhale, rippling yourself down. If you're already ready to come up to the wheel, turning your palms to face the shoulders, elbows tracking in towards each other, keep the knees tracking in. Inhale, lift up onto the crown of the head at first, then reassess, make sure that the elbows and the knees aren't flaying out, they're coming in towards each other. Press down through the feet, and then inhale, lift yourself up. So you're really pressing the chest through the shoulders and aiming to straighten the legs without moving the feet. If you're ready for just some brick action underneath the sacrum, like I am. Ooh, honestly, that was the brick and a sweaty back. Then just lie yourself over the brick, taking your legs to wherever feels good, wherever feels like a decent extension for the spine. Wherever you are, If you're in wheel, making yourself come down by tucking the chin in, release down, and then just circle the wrists, releasing out all that effort. In your bridge, come down, place the brick underneath the back if it feels good. Maybe taking the arms overhead, having a little shoulder stretch, and then closing off the eyes. And begin to pacify the breath now. So we're bringing the energy, the intention back down, back to something a little bit more internal. Soft, steady breath. A soft, gentle body. Releasing any physical tensions, any practice energy that's residual. Just breathe it out with some really slow breaths in and out through the nose. Releasing any ambition, releasing any competition, or releasing any agitations with how the practice went. It went how it went. You cannot change it. It's happened and you can only be receiving benefit from it. So try not to beat yourself up for any fatigue that you felt. It's natural. Deep inhalations. Deep exhalations. If you're feeling it, you can extend the legs up towards the sky. Have a little inversion where the hips are higher than the heart. If you want to take full shoulder stand, feel free. But this will do. Just done a busy class. Already inverted. So just give your body a break now. Slowly releasing the legs down onto the mat. Unhooking that brick from underneath the spine. And then gently drawing the knees in towards the chest and just rocking from side to side. Massaging the space where the kidneys are, the lower back, the sacrum, the middle of the back, the top of the back, the shoulders. And then if it feels good, having a little rockin' happy baby. Just moving in any way that your body craves or desires. If there's any last minute moves that your body needs, just try not to raise the heart rate. We want to keep it slow. We want to make sure your nervous system is aware that it's all okay. And then just deciding how you'd like to end your practice in Shavasana, any physical position that works for you as long as you're comfortable and released. Maybe you change the lighting, maybe you change the song, maybe you place a little eye bag or pillow over your eyes just to remove the sense of light, pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses so that you can surrender to this final resting pose. And once you have arrived, take a deep, slow inhale through the nose. Open the mouth wide and let it all fall out, saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for my body, thank you for my breath, thank you for all that I am. One more deep breath in. Open the mouth wide and sigh it out. Ah, huge sigh of relief. And then just let your body sink into a slumber. you wish to remain in your Shavasana, please feel free to switch off the video and remain in this position for as long as you like. Otherwise, just gently begin to deepen the breathing. Slowly bringing some movement back into your fingers and your toes, your head and your neck, and then gently wriggling into your torso, into your hips. And when you're ready, rotating over to whichever side you fall to first, right or left if you're pregnant. But I hope you're not doing power if you're pregnant. And then gently bringing yourself up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Dropping the shoulders, lifting the heart. And taking one more deep, slow inhale through the nose. And a big, steady breath out the mouth. Bowing the head down towards the lap. Option to bring the hands to prayer at heart center if it feels right for you. Otherwise, keeping your hands in your lap. And then just take a moment to receive the benefits of the practice, knowing that no benefit is ever lost. And then thanking yourself for making the effort. And then sending out your bhakti, your dedication to whoever you wish to send it to, bringing your prayer to the third eye. And then exhale, bow the head down towards the lap, offering your love and service to the universe. Jai. Thank you so much, Yogans. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. As per, please let me know if you have any questions via the lip drop. And otherwise, I'm here tomorrow at 12:45, just for a 30-minute vinyasa, so slightly easier than this, and just 30 minutes. So if you need to pick me up at lunchtime, please join in then. Otherwise, I'll just wait a few minutes to see if you've got any questions. Yay, Camilla! Happy Yoga Day! Yeah.